Hello, action figure fans. Welcome back to another video of some awesome figures. Here are the figures we're going to be looking at today. Got some real cool ones here. Okay, let's go back to the first one over here. This is a Marvel Selects Hugh Jackman. This came out with one of the Wolverine movies quite a while back. I think this is a really cool Marvel Selects figure. Since it is a Select, he is on the rather large size, but hey, I mean, that looks great. Looks just like Hugh Jackman. Great sculpt. And he's got the bone claws, samurai sword. That is a very nice looking Wolverine. All right, moving on. Here we have a Marvel Legends Nova figure. Now, she came out with the HasLab Galactus, which I'm using the background from that. So she was one of the 4 Heralds packaged in there. And this is a really good Nova figure. Only thing that could make it better is if they had it like some kind of chrome gold. But the fire effects look great. Of course, you can take her off the fire stand here and just have her standing up. But I kind of like to depict her just like that with the fire effects. And she looks really good. Frankie Ray, Nova, Herald of Galactus, wielder of the power cosmic. I don't know if they've killed her off or not in the Marvel Universe. Okay, another Fire Herald of Galactus. This came out with the Fantastic Four retro packaging, and his name is Firelord. And I love the colors, man. The colors just really pop. The red, the yellow, the orange. It just all goes together really well. And he's a very well done figure. Of course, you can take the staff off, put him in all kinds of poses, and look at that face. That was one of my favorite figures last year when that came out. Really liked that one. Okay, going back quite a ways now. Here we have Giant Man. Now, technically, this came out with the Marvel Universe 3 3/4 inch figures, those little small figures right there. But, I mean, he's big enough to fit with your Marvel Legends. And usually in the comic books, he was usually about 10 feet tall. And then, of course, he'd grow to about 25 feet tall. And once again, I think I've said this before, I'm a sucker for the bright blue and the yellow. That is definitely one of my favorite combinations in all of comic book costumes. And so he's had different costumes over the years as Giant Man. And this is by far my favorite one. So they did come out with one of these years and years ago as a variant for when Toy Biz had the Marvel Legends license, but he was not nearly as tall. He was about to his waist, maybe a little bit taller, but this one looks really good, and he does look great with your Avengers, whether it's the 6-inch or the 3.75 inch figure. Also, at the same time, they came out with another giant Avenger, much more or less known. And that is Goliath. So there he is. Bill Foster was his name. Actually, I think they just called him Giant Man. Yeah, that was it. He's Goliath and there's Giant Man. So he's a good-looking figure, too. He's good to have with your Avengers display. The articulation could be better on these figures. They are dated, but I don't think they'll be making another Goliath figure. So if you want to get him, there you go. and he looks good. He's had multiple costumes in the comics as well. I kind of like his old classic costume. Okay, let's go ahead and look at probably the best Thanos figure they've made. This was, I believe, a Walmart exclusive. And the colors are spot on. This is one of those figures that I will say is almost perfect. Great size to it, bulk. It's got perfect colors, I think. Of course, has different hands. I always like to have the Infinity Gauntlet as an ode to the Infinity Gauntlet series. And he just looks really, really good. The face, triumphant Thanos getting ready to snap his fingers and send half the universe into oblivion or the arms of his mistress Death. That is an amazing figure right there. He did come with an old Thanos head, has like a beard. So I bought two of these guys, one to have this head on and one to have the old Thanos. I'll probably put the old Thanos on there sometime. Okay, so there he is. All right, the next figure. Utlik the Troll. A Thor villain. Big, bulky, just what you'd expect. I think he has become king of the trolls, or he was for a time. He's super strong. He can hang with Thor for a while. And he's just a mean guy. Came with two different heads, of course. I like the screaming version. And that's a big, bulky Utlik the Troll. Great articulation. Just an all-around really, really, really good Marvel Legends figure. Looks great on the shelves. All right. Now, this is probably one of the most expensive Marvel Legends type figures that you can get. Now, he came out with a line called Fantastic Four Classics. So he's not technically a Marvel Legend, but he really is, okay? The name wasn't there, Marvel Legends, but it's a Marvel Legend. I got him way back in the day when he first came out. He was extremely hard to find. I found him at a secondary store in Southern California for $40. Snatched him up, and even today, I don't know, he's selling for $500-600, maybe even more. Now, I think they have come out with knockoffs, but the quality isn't anywhere near as good as the original. So this is Dragon Man. I don't think I mentioned his name. And he is a really cool figure. Now, he should be about 15 feet tall. So really, for the scale of Marvel Legends, he should be, 2 or 3 times bigger. They're not going to do that. But he is a very, very cool looking figure. He's actually some kind of robot, android type thing. He can shoot fire out of his mouth. And there he is. Very, very, very strong figure. A strong character, actually. He could throw down with Thor. He can hang with the Hulk thing for a while, at least. This is a holy grail for a lot of collectors. Dragon Man. So glad I found him when I did all those years ago. Okay, a very, very cool figure. I'm doing giants this time around. So here we have Surtur, the fire demon. Now, of course, he should be, I don't know, 30 feet tall to be accurate in scale. They're not going to do that, of course. So they made a really good figure. He captures the essence of Surtur very, very well. Looks pretty much like he did in the movie. That's kind of an amazing sword that came with him. So this is a very cool Marvel Legends. I love the translucent almost effect on him. There he is. Surtur the Fire Demon. It was cool seeing him destroy Asgard in one of those movies. Can't remember the name of it. And I loved it when the Hulk was jumping at him. The Hulk looked all tiny. He was jumping at him, and Thor is screaming in the background, "No, don't fight him." Anyway, that was cool. Searcher of the Fire Demon. Very cool figure. And the last one, going with the Asgard theme, is just a generic ice giant. So he came out with that Marvel Universe 3.75-inch figure scale as well. He came packaged with someone else. It may have been Loki, it may have been Thor. I can't remember which it is now. But he's a Asgardian ice giant. Don't think they're ever going to make another one of those in the Marvel Legends line. So he looks good. You can actually take off his helmet there. See that ugly face of his. Well, who knows? Maybe by Ice Giant's standards, maybe he's really handsome. I wouldn't know. He looks good, though. He's kind of a cool figure to have on your shelf, especially if you want to build some kind of Asgardian display. All right, put him back there. All right, guys, there you go. That's the 10 random action figures off my shelves today. 5 bad guys and 5 good guys. I hope you liked that video. If you did, go ahead and please check out my other videos and check them out as well. All right, take care.